Life has a way of testing us, shaping us, and surprising us in ways we can never imagine. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments of struggle that the greatest stories unfold. This is the story of Mia, a single mother and a waitress, an ordinary woman with an extraordinary heart, whose life took an unexpected turn when a Hollywood legend walked into her diner. Mia's life wasn't easy, but she never let it show. At just 28 years old, she was juggling more responsibilities than most people could handle. Her morning started before sunrise, preparing her 6-year-old son Jordan for school, packing lunches, and making sure he felt loved, even when she was exhausted. By the time she arrived at the small roadside diner where she worked, she was already running on fumes, but Mia wasn't one to complain. She believed in hard work, in earning every penny, and in setting an example for Jordan. The diner wasn't just her job, it was her lifeline. It kept the roof over their heads and food on the table. Every tip she earned went toward essentials, rent, school supplies, and sometimes a small treat for Jordan, like a second-hand toy or his favorite chocolate chip cookies. Still, life had a way of weighing her down. Mia often wondered if anyone truly saw her, the person behind the uniform, behind the tired smile. To most customers, she was just the waitress, but deep down she dreamed of something more for herself and her son. She dreamed of stability, of freedom from the constant worry about bills, and of giving Jordan opportunities she never had. On one particularly busy evening, Mia was rushing between tables, balancing trays, and taking orders with her usual grace. It was a typical shift, until it wasn't. That's when Clint Eastwood walked through the door. Now, Mia wasn't one to keep up with celebrity gossip. Her days were too packed for movies or entertainment news, but Clint Eastwood, even she recognized him. He wasn't just a famous actor and director, he was a symbol of strength and resilience. Someone her late father had admired deeply. Mia's father, who had passed away when she was a teenager, used to spend hours watching Clint's westerns, quoting lines about courage and honor. Seeing Clint in her diner felt like a strange twist of fate, but Mia didn't let her surprise show. To her, Clint was just another customer, someone who deserved good service just like everyone else. She approached his table with her usual professionalism, a pen and notepad in hand. "Good evening," she said with a warm smile. "What can I get started for you?" Clint looked up, his piercing eyes meeting hers. "Just a coffee and a burger," he said, his voice calm but commanding. "Medium rare. No onions." It was a simple order, but it marked the beginning of something far from simple. As Mia turned to leave, Clint asked a question that caught her off guard. "Busy night?" he asked, his tone genuine. Mia paused, unsure how to respond. "Not too bad," she replied with a faint smile. "Keeps me on my toes." Clint nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "You've got a good pace. Not easy to keep up in a place like this." It was a small comment, but it carried weight. Clint wasn't just making small talk, he was acknowledging her effort, her resilience. For a moment Mia felt seen, not as a waitress but as a person. As the night went on, Mia continued her work, occasionally glancing at Clint's table. He seemed to blend in, unbothered by the attention his presence naturally drew from other customers. But Mia noticed the way he observed the diner, his eyes taking in every detail. When Clint finished his meal, he stood up, placed some cash on the table, and nodded politely to Mia before leaving. It wasn't until she cleared the table that she noticed the folded note tucked under the bill. Curious, she slipped it into her pocket, planning to read it after her shift. Hours later, when the diner had quieted down, Mia sat in the back room, her hands trembling as she unfolded the note. The words inside took her breath away. "Dear Mia, I see something rare in you. True resilience. Watching how you manage this place with grace, even under pressure, is a reminder of the everyday heroes who make this world a better place. I don't know your story, but I can see in your eyes that you've carried more than your share of burdens. That's why I want to help, no strings attached. Use this gift however you see fit, for your child, your future, or simply a moment of rest. I hope it brings you peace. People like you deserve to be seen, and I see you." Inside the note was a check. Mia's eyes filled with tears as she read the amount, $10,000. She couldn't believe it. It wasn't just the money that overwhelmed her, it was the recognition, the kindness, the feeling that someone had truly seen her struggle and cared enough to help. For days, Mia couldn't stop thinking about Clint's gesture. She used the money wisely, paying off overdue rent, enrolling in accounting classes, and starting a small savings fund for Jordan's future. But more than that, Clint's act of kindness inspired her to pay it forward. Mia began volunteering at local shelters, helping those who, like her, felt invisible in the chaos of life. This story isn't just about a generous celebrity. It's about the power of seeing people, of acknowledging their struggles and uplifting them. Clint Eastwood's gesture changed Mia's life, but it also set off a chain reaction of kindness that continues to this day. And now we want to hear from you. Who's the everyday hero in your life? Is there someone who's made a difference, big or small? Share their story in the comments below, and let's celebrate the power of kindness together. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an inspiring story. Every interaction helps us continue sharing stories that matter. And remember, life can surprise you in the most unexpected ways. It's never too late to change your story, and it's never too late to be the reason someone else can change theirs.